Hey you guys, if you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new, hi, I'm Donnamy and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I created this spring inspired makeup look using a few pastel shades from the Morphe 35B palette. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look and this tutorial because I really enjoyed creating it for you guys. And if you did enjoy it, go ahead and leave a like and a comment and let me know. It's super simple, so I'm sure anyone would be able to create it. And if you do recreate this look or any of my looks, make sure to tag me in them so I can see how they turned out. My social medias are linked below in the description box, as well as all the products listed in this video. Thank you so much for your support, and let's get on to the video. For this look, I'm going to be using the Morphe 35B palette. I'm just going to be using 3 different shades, and the first shade I'm going to use is the white shade from the palette with this fluffy brush, and I'm going to use that to set down the concealer that I already put down to prime my eyes for eyeshadow. I am setting the concealer so that my eyes aren't tacky, so that whenever I use the matte shades, they won't skip across my eyes or look unblended. Now I'm going to be taking this flat smudge brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to take the pastel purple shade from the palette and I'm going to pat that all across my lid. I'm going to build this color up towards my crease, but I'm not going to go above my crease. I don't want to go above because I'm going to add a transition shade later, and I don't want it to look muddy after I blend it together. But I'm going to round that out on my lid, and then I'm going to use the side of the brush. Since it's very dense, I'm going to use it to make a wing shape, and I'm just going to bring that wing shape up into the crease a little bit as we go. Now I'm just going to take this blending brush that we first used, and I'm going to use that to diffuse that harsh purple line that we have in the crease before I bring in our transition shade. And it's okay if it blends away some of that purple shadow on the lid because we're going to deepen it up later anyways. Now for the crease color, I'm going to take a smaller blending brush, this one's from Morphe, and this peachy shade from the palette, and I'm going to very carefully place just a little bit of shadow at a time onto the crease and gently blending it into the purple so that it doesn't look muddy since we're using colorful shades. I'm going to blend that carefully across the crease, and then I'm going to wing it out like I did with the purple. It's really important for this step to not go in with too much pigment at a time because you don't want it to look too harsh. You want it to build up and be a nice transition. Now I'm going to go in with that bigger fluffy brush and blend through both of those colors just to make them look very seamless together. Then I'm going to go back in with the purple and the flat smudge brush, and I'm going to add a little bit more of that purple since it got blended away in the process. I'm going to do this a few times with both the purple and the peachy shades. I'm going to go back, add them, blend through, and just repeat these steps a few times just to make sure that everything looks seamless and not harsh. Like I said before, now I'm going back in with that blending brush and the peachy shade, and I'm adding a little bit more to my crease. After blending so much, I'm adding a little bit more pigment than I did the first time around, so you can actually start seeing the peachy shade along with the purple. And now I'm going back in with the bigger fluffy brush one more time just to blend through everything and make sure it looks nice. Now I'm going in with a more tapered and pointed blending brush with the purple shade from the palette, and I'm going to use this mainly in the outer corner, and I'm going to wing out the purple shade just a little bit and bring it up into the crease with this brush instead of the flat smudge brush, because the smudge brush was great for whenever I was trying to make harsh lines, but now I'm wanting them to be seamless and blended, and this brush is perfect for that. And now I'm going in with the peachy shade just one more time in the crease before we start on the face. I'm going to be using 2 primers today for my face. The first one being this Becca Backlight Primer, and this is just going to make my skin look glowy and hydrated under my foundation. And now I'm going in with this pore minimizing primer from Smashbox. I'm just going to apply this in the areas that I have the most pores and lines in my face, which is around my nose, on my cheeks, a little bit on my forehead, smile lines, and my chin. And now that I'm all primed, it's time for foundation. I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Foundation, and I'm just going to be mixing these two shades together because I don't have an in-between shade. And I'm going to be using the new Beauty Blender Sapphire. This was actually sent to me by Beauty Blender, so thank you to them. And I'm just going to use this to buff in that foundation all over my face. Be mindful of your eyeshadow whenever you're buffing under your eyes and around your eye area because you don't want to mess up that wing that we created earlier. Now I'm going to be taking this under eye brightening corrector from Becca, and I'm just going to take it with my fingers and place it right under my eyes in my inner corner all the way out to my outer corner, and I'm just going to smooth that out with my fingers. This is just going to brighten the under eye area and help a little bit with the discoloration that I have. You may not be able to notice on camera, but in person it really makes a huge difference with my under eyes. And now I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm using two different shades of the Tarte Shape Tape. One has a really strong yellow undertone and one of them has a strong pink undertone, so together they're pretty good for me. And I'm just making stripes under my eyes and placing both of those concealers there. And then I'm going to blend them out with my Beauty Blender. And like we did with the foundation, we need to be careful with the concealer whenever we're going around that winged shadow that we created so that we don't ruin that shape with this concealer. Now I'm taking the shade Light and that same concealer, and I'm going to be placing that on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, my chin, my cupid's bow, around my nose where I get red, and then I'm going to place it under where I normally contour. This is just going to make it where the contrast shows a lot more after all the steps are done. And now I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender again and blend out all of that concealer. Whenever I blend out the concealer on the side of my face under where I contour, I make sure to blend it downward so that it doesn't mess up that natural contour effect we just made. Now that my face is covered in concealer, I'm going to bake using the No Color Powder from RCMA. I'm just going to make sure I don't have any creasing under my eyes and then go ahead and start applying that with my Beauty Blender. I'm just going to put this everywhere that I put concealer. Baking is a great technique to use if you really want your makeup to last all day. And now to set the rest of my face, I'm going to use this large fluffy brush from Morphe and this face powder from Maybelline, and I'm just going to pat that all across my face wherever I didn't place that RCMA No Color Powder. And don't worry if you wipe away some of that translucent powder whenever you're doing this step, because we're about to wipe it off anyways with a smaller brush. You could use any brush for this step, but I'm going to be using this small fluffy brush from LYCHEE just to wipe away whatever's left under my eyes. Today I'm not going to contour, I'm just going to bronze a little bit using this large brush from Morphe and the HOOLA bronzer from Benefit. I'm just going to take this over the normal areas that I apply bronzer, which is on my cheeks, on my forehead, along my jawline. I am going to contour my nose just a little bit with this small LYCHEE brush, and I'm going to use that same bronzer that we used for the face. I'm just going to place this powder along the sides of my nose and the tip of my nose just to give it a little bit of definition. Now with my Beauty Blender, I'm going to take a little bit more of that RCMA powder and I'm going to place that right under that bronzer just to give a more structured look. I'm also going to place that powder on the bridge of my nose right in between where I contoured. To finish up the eyes, I'm going to take that flat smudge brush that we used earlier with that same purple shade and line my bottom lash line. And as you can see, I'm dragging that shadow out to meet that wing that we made on the upper lash line. And now I'm taking that blending brush with that peachy shade and running that under my lash line as well. Now I'm just going to take this white eye pencil from NYX and I'm going to line my bottom waterline. This is going to make my eyes look a lot bigger and more awake. Now I'm just going to take this brush again and wipe off that excess powder off of my face. And for blush, I'm going to use this blush brush from Morphe and this pink blush, and I'm going to place that on the apples of my cheeks and bring it back towards my hairline. I'm also adding this blush on my nose just a tad to bring more color. And now for highlighter, I'm going to keep with this purple theme we have going on, and I'm going to use the purple shade from the Aurora Glow Kit, and I'm just going to place that where I normally place highlighter, which is on the high points of my face, so my cheekbones, above my brows, on my nose, and on my chin, and my cupid's bow. And as you can see, after a few layers, this highlight is gorgeous. The purple is so pretty, and it's very wearable. Using this small brush, I'm going to add a little bit more of that purple highlighter to my inner corners of my eyes and under my brow bone. For mascara, I'm going to be using Roller Lash by Benefit. I want to give a thank you to them as well because they sent me this, and I'm just going to use this on my lashes. And here's a clip of my niece because she wanted to be in the video, so say hi to Sophia. And now I'm finishing off my mascara. I already did my brows off camera using the Benefit Ka-Brow in the shade number 2, so I'm just going to use this brow mascara from Maybelline to set my brows in place. For lips, I'm just going to line using this liner from KYLIE Cosmetics and then this Moonchild gloss, which is from ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. It was part of their Dream Street collaboration. And I'm just going to line my lips and then fill them in with this gloss. Now I'm just going to set everything in place using my MAC Fix Plus, and then we're done. And this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and this look. I really enjoyed creating it for you guys. I had a lot of fun playing with color, and I really like how I used color, but it was still very wearable, so anyone could wear this look and still feel comfortable and not out of your comfort zone. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video or learned from it, make sure to like and comment and let me know. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, and if you want to see whenever I upload future videos, make sure to hit the notification bell as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!